Hello there guys, girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai tournament match, and this is going to be the round of 32, I guess, first round match between USSR's Klio and Frosslund, actually not Frosslund from TKS clan. So we're gonna see how this one is. I don't really know the players too well. But I have heard of Klio before, but I don't really know who Frosslund is. So we'll see what kind of players they both are. I'm gonna go over builds, but basically we have Our Ridge Pass is the first map again. Well, you guys know already. First two maps, Our Ridge, basically. So for and then next two would be Kawabe River, and if necessary, you buy onsen. I've said this so many times already, so hopefully you guys know by now. Anyway, we have on the map Sword Dojo closer to Frosslund, and the workshop closer to Klio. Anyway, Frosslund has 2 Yariki Vanilla on his left flank with another Revolver Cav as well as for his right flank. An interesting cavalry component. So what do we have here? 1 Yariki rank 4, 1 Yariki rank 3, and a bow key rank 4. You don't really see this too often, but anyway. What else does he have? Wow, this is pretty crazy what he's got. So let's see. 175 range Tosa Rifleman. This is pure insane. With his build at least. So he has and then he has like full Bushido General, and he has Red Bear Infantry. That's basically all his lines. I don't understand the Tosa in this build at least. That's quite weird. And he has... how many spears? He has 3 Yari Kachis. That's quite a few actually. And then 1 Shogi Tai and 2 Katana Kachi. I don't really like Katana Kachi. I think they're not really worth their money. Like, you shouldn't really bring Katana Kachi. They're just... they have like really poor morale, so I don't like them for that reason. Anyway, for Klio, what we have is on his left flank a Revolver Cav with 2 Yariki rank 2. On his right flank, let us see, 2 Yariki, 1 Vanilla, 1 rank 2, and the Revolver Cavalry. So some pretty standard stuff. His general is... actually, is he Bushido? I don't know what kind of general he is, but he might actually be Bushido indeed. Actually, I don't know. What is he? I can't tell. He's gun. Yeah, he is gun, I think. Or at least he has gun enabled. Quite strange, I don't understand what he has. Anyway, he's got the workshop, which is probably why he's got boosts to his stats, but quite weird general. I don't understand what kind of general he is, but according to this, he's a gun general. Anyway, so he does have some points into gun, but clearly he didn't spend all points into the gun tree. Has some in command and probably the Bushido tree as well. But anyway, let's begin. So we see that the Sword Dojo is going to be taken by Frosslund here, for sure. And he's actually skirmishing with Boki's. Boki's actually 51 out of 51. Interesting. I didn't notice this until later, until just now. So it's not a full unit, in fact. But yeah, we will see. The Tosa Rifleman already getting shot by Klio's Revolver Cav. So 1 unit wasted here by Frosslund. Very well done by Klio. And he's just gonna get out with his unit. Almost unscathed. Perfect use of Revolver Cavalry here. Now he's following up with Red Bear. You can see Frosslund's Revolver Cav running away. So what does Klio do? He just comes back in. He's gonna get 1 more shot on Tosa, finish it off, and then pull back his revolver. He's gonna have to do this now though. Oh no, he's mismicroing it. So he's gonna lose his revolver for the Tosa Rifleman. Still an okay trade, especially as he's doing more damage to the revolver. Frosslund's Revolver Cav like took so much damage. So even though Klio is gonna, even though he killed the Tosa Rifleman, and he got shot by the Revolver Cav, which was a mistake by him. But now his general is dying. This is a huge mistake by Klio here. I don't understand what he's doing. like, before getting his general shot to pieces, this was definitely a really good trade for klio, because he kind of like lost one revolver cav, but then everything else went really smoothly for him. Here comes a cav charge! Kind of downhill against Shogitai, so this should do a lot of damage. He's gonna have to pull out his Yariki though, and then go in with the others. Again, really nice shots here by Clio's and Stays Marines. I didn't actually go over his army too much though, but he has a really strong core of like 3 Shogun Guard infantry, 1 Red Bear infantry, 1 US Marine here, and another Red Bear. I didn't go over his entire formation, but you can see here the Shogun Guard infantry getting charged here by Yariki, but this Shogun Guard infantry is insane. And look at the Yarikis here. Done so much damage to Shogitais. They will not be cost effective. Red Bears for Clio coming in here. As for the other flank, well, you can see that Frosslund is trying to skirmish with the Boki. He's got some kills on it, but it's still not really what you'd expect. Now the Red Bears will shoot the Shogitai, so the Red Bears should actually charge downhill to the Shogitai. But they're just gonna continue shooting, which isn't too bad. I would still give a huge edge to Clio at the moment. He got rid of the Tosa and he did so much damage to the Shogitai. Look, this one Shogitai might actually rout off the field. And the cavalry for Frosslund is all in not the best shape at the moment. He hasn't used his cavalry too well this game. And his rush hasn't done much at all, like this Yarikachi. Just look at his units. Like at this point, Frosslund has 3 cavalry units. Actually 4 cavalry units, but no, 5 cavalry units, but it is about to be 3 because he's committing these 2 Yariki here. He should be keeping them alive at this point. And mistake here by Frosslund, charging into Tanakachi. They're just gonna, without support, they can't really catch up to Clio's units. So Clio should be pulling away this Shogun Guard infantry while hiding, but he's not actually doing that. This is kind of a mistake by him, but I think it won't really matter here. Shogitai will probably die before it even gets to the destination. Yeah, it doesn't even get in. Actually got 1 kill and then routed. Wow, nice job, Shogitai. So in fact, we still have 1 cavalry unit here surviving for Frosslund, but still 4 cav in total. More if you count his general. It's possible. I can see it happening if Clio makes huge mistakes, because just look at what he has left. He has 2 Yariki rank 2, a revolver cav, and then all these super strong units. Like the only weak line units. The only weak unit he has is this 1 Red Bear. But you can see that. How exactly is Clio going to push? I mean, how exactly is Frosslund going to push into Clio's line here? I don't see it. He's just gonna get shot to pieces. He has to start trying to flank around, but if he does, what's ended up happening is revolvers will start killing him, and that's what's happening. And this is a mistake by Frosslund potentially. Yeah, this is a huge mistake. And Yariki here clearly going to die, because there's a second line here for Clio, nicely done by him. Now the revolver cav are over here. They're gonna be shooting into all these units. Clio can just kite here if he so desires, but it seems like he's just content with like fighting it out. Not ideal by Clio, but I don't think it's really going to end up mattering here, even though he's not gonna kite. He's dealt with this rush pretty well, and now his Yariki will catch up to Frosslund's general. Yeah, these guys making it, but they're not really going to be able to do too much damage. There's this 1 Yariki unit by Frosslund, and this is basically game at this point. Frosslund finally activates all the abilities on his general, but I mean, it's not really going to end up making a difference. So I would say that this was quite one-sided in favor of Clio, but we will see the unit statistics quite soon. Yeah. First game does indeed go to Clio. But I don't know the clan that Frosslund is in, DKS. I have heard of it before, but USSR is much more familiar to me, and so is Clio, because I've definitely heard of Clio before. And from what he's shown here, he does actually have quite solid play. It's not the most solid player, but he seems to be quite solid. He brings like quite powerful builds, it seems. and he does know how to use them, even if he's made some really weird mistakes with his general in the beginning. That was unnecessary. Stat wise, you can see that this is completely one-sided. About 400 kills for Frosslund, not really what you would expect. As for Clio, his US Marines, his revolvers decimating, like both of them. And basically everything for him did quite well except these 2 Yari keys and his general, basically. That's quite strange. As for Frosslund, none of his units actually did what they were supposed to do, I guess. So that is game 1, and I'll see you in game 2. So this is game 2, and now Frosslund is going to be the attacker against Clio. Well, he basically was the attacker in the first game as well, since he had kind of like a sword rush. But it was a weird rush with a Toaster Rifleman. I'm not quite sure why you would bring a Toaster Rifleman in a rush. Interesting idea, but I don't think it's something that is practical. But anyway, we're gonna be going into the battle. At this point, we'll see. Gonna go over the builds. So, again, gonna go for Frosslund's build first. But we do have Workshop and Sword Dojo again. But I think they just switched around. Yeah, they probably just switched around their deployment. So now they get the different dojos. Anyway, Frosslund at the moment, he has 2 Revolver Cav on his right flank. In terms of, wow, he has 3 Yariki. 1 Yariki rank 3. Actually, no, not 3 Yariki. My bad. This is a Shogun Guard Cav rank 6. Saber Cav rank 6. And another Saber Cav. This is a rank 8 Saber Cav. So this cavalry contingent is not cost effective, I would say. You don't see... First of all, you don't really see cavalry that is upgraded past level 2 much anymore. Maybe past level 4. So level 6 is kind of unheard of. And then Shogun Guard Cavalry is a really risky choice. Like, you have to use it insanely well in order to make it effective, and doesn't really have a place in the current metagame of the game. And then Saber Cav rank 6, also quite a weird choice over like vanilla Saber Cav or even rank 2 Saber Cav. But it's still like a very, very expensive cavalry contingent. I think it's gonna be difficult for Frosslund to use his cavalry contingent to his maximum efficiency. But what I do like is that he has 2 revolvers. I do like that. Anyway, for the rest of his build, he has how many red bears? Seems to have only 1 red bear on his right flank. Then, kind of like as a reserve, he has a white bear infantry. On his left flank, a black bear infantry. No, actually another red bear over here, my bad. Then he has 150 range unit. This is a US Marine. And an Imperial Guard infantry rank 4. But his army is so small, this is quite awkward. Like, such a small army that he brought. And I guess it's partially because of the Shogun Guard Cavalry rank 6. And the Saber Cavalry rank 8. This is very, very odd choice by Frosslund. Anyway, I'm gonna go over Clio's build, who again seems to have brought the more stable kind of build. He has, oh actually I didn't go over the general unit for Frosslund. Oh, it's pretty much the same. Bushido it seems? Probably? No, not Command, possibly. No, it's again a weird mix because I don't really see what he's got. Same with Clio. He does have gun enabled, and that is something that Frosslund doesn't have. But I'm not sure what other points he has spent. Then he has, let's see, 3 Yariki? No, 4 Yariki, my bad. So 2 are vanilla, 2 are rank 2, so pretty normal stuff here by Clio. Then he has, how many revolver cav? He has, I think he has, does he have 2? Yeah, he has 2 revolver cav, so quite a good cavalry and force that Clio has here. It's very efficient, I should say. In terms of lines, he has Royal Marine 150 range and Shogun Guard infantry. Wait, how many Shogun Guard infantry? 3 of those. Wow. Then 1 red bear on each flank. So his center, the center for Clio is like so unbreakable if Frosslund does try to break through. And Frosslund, he has, like, he's gonna have a rough time trying to engage his opponent here. So we'll see how Frosslund's gonna try and go for it, because at the moment, let me count the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines for Frosslund, whereas we have 6 lines for Klio. But if you look at it from this perspective, Klio's lines have, like, they're actually better. Pound for pound, they're like elite units, so they will absolutely destroy these red bears. Because Klio, wait, yeah, 6 versus 6 indeed. My bad. Frosslund only has 2 elites, whereas we have how many elites for Klio? 4 elite units. 4 elite units in the center. It's gonna be difficult for Frosslund to pull this one off, I think. And I think, yeah, he still has 6 cav, and so does Klio. But Klio has, well, they both have 2 revolvers, so it's gonna be up to the revolvers. But I think Klio can. I would favor Klio here with the builds that both players have chosen. Because Frosslund still has like the weird saber cavalry. Actually has 2 saber cavalry. I didn't see this. Hidden over here. So 1 rank 6 and 1 rank 8. It explains why his army looked very, very small to me. But Klio moving his Yariki over here. And actually he's moving up into range here. This can be a mistake because he's moving up into the forest. And then the US Marines almost had the range here. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for both players to attack though, because none of them has an advantage in terms of line numbers. If somebody did, like, you would see him flanking around. They both have 6 lines at this point. So what Klio is gonna end up doing here is, well, he has to start detaching more units around, like, or splitting up a bit more if he wants to attack. But I think it's Frosslund the attacker. Yeah, Frosslund is the attacker. Frosslund gave an attack order here, but he does notice that Klio is pulling back, so he's not going to try and go for that engagement. And this is going to be an interesting engagement if they do decide to fight here. Might have downhill charge bonus for Klio, but we see Frosslund doesn't want to take that engagement. And Klio shouldn't really follow up with this, because if Frosslund goes around with saber cavalry, if Klio doesn't get a charge bonus at all with his Yariki, they're just gonna get mauled by the saber cav. You don't really see saber cav maul Yariki too often, but now you will. Yariki only got 5 kills. Absolutely wasted unit by Klio over there. There was no reason to do what he did there. He's gonna send in another Yariki, but it might actually have the same fate if Frosslund just pins it from the front with this unit and then attacks with the other unit. So that was a mistake by Klio. Definitely giving Frosslund a chance here after that, because it's gonna have more cavalry than him now for sure. So 4, 5, 6, 7 cavalry units. Wow, yeah. 7 cavalry units. So he does have an edge in terms of cavalry numbers. Frosslund, that is. But his cavalry, since he has saber cavalry, it's not as fast as Yariki. Should have brought like the more Yariki instead, I feel. But we don't actually have an engagement, because I can hear shooting going on. Ooh, first volley for Klio into the Imperial Guard infantry here. That was really nice by Klio. He has a range advantage here. And we can see that Frosslund isn't trying to use his. Now he is. He's going to move up here, try and engage the Red Bear infantry with his Marine. But I think he should just be giving move orders, because attack orders kind of like not the best in all situations. Certainly not in this one when you need to like get the position in right. So he's actually gonna give move orders at the end of the day. He's trying to flank Klio, but it's not gonna work too well for him. Oh, I see an opportunity though for Frosslund. If he pushes up here, he can take out the Shogunate Guard infantry, or at least kill a lot of those guys, because this Shogunate Guard infantry is actually facing the sword dojo. So as you can see, it can't really pull out of here without taking a long time. And Klio, I guess he does actually see this, because he's moving it around now. Because you don't really want to have your backs at the wall or something. backs facing a wall, because if you do, you're not gonna be able to pull back, and he most definitely need to do that against 150s with 125 units. So again, first volley here by klio, again killing 10 men of red bears. So still quite a good job by klio here with his lines. I really like how he's kiting with them. Really nice stuff. Now we can see that klio is going to try and engage with his cavalry, but Frosslund is going to pull them back, and he's not going to get a volley off though. So Klio's Yariki charge might end up being effective, especially as he's got red bear support. He has to pull this Yariki out though, otherwise it's just going to lose too many men, and he's going to shoot his own Yariki. Ooh, he's killing his own Yariki, but he already got rid of the red bear, so very nice engagement here by klio. He definitely, I think at this point he does have the advantage, because now he has one more line unit than Frosslund, and there was no reason to push up this unit over here by Frosslund. Again, like being out of position. Does realize that he's gonna get flanked by the Shogun Guard infantry, so he will be pulling back the US Marine, but this isn't exactly very, how should I put it? It's not very stable play by, not very solid play by both of them, because they're both overextending a little bit. But I like how they're using the terrain and stuff, but it's, I just don't see it happening. And look at this, klio has a unit here. It will still be able to get a shot off if a cavalry unit does go through here, but I think he should be spreading out his red bear a little bit more, so that there are more men on the first line, because only men in the first line actually shoot. You guys didn't actually know. Klio is going to run his units away, and he might be able to get a volley off on this one saber calf. It's actually called Worthless Key. Wow. And no, there too many men are rearranging, so he's not going to be able to get a volley off. This is huge. Saber calf gets into the red bear, so now the saber calf will do what it does best, and that is chopping down infantry. This is a red bear though, so it will be able to do quite a bit of damage to the saber calf in melee, especially as Frosslund is shooting at his own saber calf. He's gonna pull out now, but I don't think this was effective for Frosslund. He might even end up losing his saber calf, because again the Yariki are faster, so they might actually catch them. The Yariki's charging into his own line unit though, so some miss micro here by klio definitely. But this unit though, just look at this Marine, it's totally out of position, gonna get shot to pieces by Shogun Guard infantry. 58 kills, but it's getting destroyed by the Shogun Guard infantry at this point. And we'll have a Yariki charge. Nice micro here by klio. He was basically following the saber cav in the beginning, but he noticed that saber cav's pulling away, so why not go for the Marines instead, right? If there's no support. Now he gets not the best charge on the Marines though, but he does end up stopping them. As Frosslund tries to pull out the US Marines, he's gonna lose more and more. Now we have a volley by Frosslund's red bears here, which means that the Yariki will be able to go through almost unscathed. Look, there are 59 men going in frontally, 55 now. But still, again, Frosslund's saber calf here getting destroyed. And Revolver is gonna get rid of Frosslund's general, so at this point I would give the game to klio as he's basically destroyed the right flank of Frosslund very cost effectively, as well as the center. And the general of Frosslund is dead. Here comes the Yariki charge by klio into the US Marines. And he's gonna go down. Now we'll see klio is going to reposition his Royal Marines, because he doesn't want 125 range unit to have the advantage over him. He should be peeling off this Shogun Guard infantry though to also deal with this Imperial Guard infantry. See that Frosslund's gonna pull back, so really good move by him. But I mean, at this point his US Marine died. Well, it's not dead, but it's almost basically cost ineffective at this point. It's actually just gonna die to this Shogun Guard infantry volley. So very well executed attack here by klio on Frosslund's right flank. I don't see Frosslund able to pull this off, but wow, this volley into the Yariki made it so ineffective. It's actually gonna get the Yariki into the Shogun Guard infantry, but these guys are so rough that even though they'll get charged, or especially with the Revolver cav, this is suicide by Frosslund. Well, unless his Revolver gets rid of these red bears, but these red bears Oh, they're actually dying to revolvers, but the revolvers will be able to kill them. So again, good engagement here by Clio and the Shogun Guard cavalry. Look, it's got okay 60 kills, but it's just gonna die now. It's like what, rank 6 Shogun Guard cavalry. That's super expensive, and it only got 60 kills. That's why you don't bring Shogun Guard cavalry. Well, at least if you use it like that, that is. It's just a super risky unit that can pay off sometimes, but it's like most of the time it doesn't really pay off if you bring it. Or against good players, it's very likely not to pay off. You can see here, Clio is going to crush the rest of Frosslund's forces, especially with Revolver Cav and his superior line forces. See these white bears hanging on, but not really able to deal with what Clio is bringing here. He's bringing the pain to these bears. And that is basically game 2. So Clio manages to get to match point. We'll be switching over to Kawabe River though next game. So maybe it's the map that Frosslund doesn't really know how to play on. We'll see. But again, the builds by Frosslund are quite odd, I think. I don't really like the builds he's bringing. I wonder if he's like, I don't know why he bring like all these super expensive cavalry units and such. I don't agree with that choice. So yeah, we're gonna be able to see the stats really soon as the game actually loads. And there we go. Again, quite decisive victory here by Clio. Let's see the unit statistics. Royal Marines and Yarikis and Revolver Cav and Shogun Guard Infantry. Basically, almost every unit for him was worthwhile, except the Yariki that he sacrificed in the beginning for no reason. That was really weird. Really weird. And for Frosslund, okay, Saber Cav got 114 kills, but guess what? That's still not worth it. Whereas the rest of his units, especially the Shogun Guard Cavalry, you look at it, say 60 kills, okay, if it was a Yariki, it wouldn't have been that bad, but it's Shogun Guard Cavalry, so 60 kills definitely not what you want. And this Revolver, 3 kills. Wasted. Basically, yeah, and look, this one Imperial Guard Infantry did nothing either. So yeah, that is game 2. I shall see you in game number 3. So this is game 3. We are now on Kawabe River, and again, Clio should be the one attacking. I don't really know how like Frosslund's gonna have a really rough time to come back being down 2-0, and it does seem like he's slightly outclassed by Clio in these games. Okay, we will see though. In terms of dojos, we have low ground farmhouse in the center, sword dojo, and on top of the hill the archery dojo. So it does look quite juicy to get to the top and the center. Well, I guess farmhouse is still pretty cool though, especially on this map actually, because it does increase the stamina and movement speed of all units, as it does say. I think it's by either 5% or 10%. I think it's 10%, not sure anyway. So I'm gonna go over Clio's build. He has, where's his general unit? There he is. Again, I'm not sure what kind of mix this is, but he definitely has gun enabled on his general. He didn't get further points though. In terms of cavalry, he has, again, 2 Revolver Cav, 2 Yariki here, 1 rank 3, 1 rank 4, 2 more Yariki here, 2 rank 4. So basically 4 Yariki, 2 Revolver Cav in total for his cavalry contingent, if you don't count the general, of course. And then let's see his lines. So he has Infantry Marine 150 range, US Marine 150 range, and then how many Red Bears? He has 4 Red Bears. So interesting build here by Clio for sure. And I think this isn't his whole build. I think he's hiding something. Because this is very small. It might be though. We'll see. For Frosslund, we have again 2 150s as well. infantry de marine, but he is rank 9, so this is way too expensive. Look at it, rank 9 infantry de marine. All you need basically is rank 5 on your infantry de marine. Rank 6 if you want to give it what is it called, refresh, so that you can basically use it every game if you want to do that. And again, he has too much reload skill and accuracy. You don't really want to upgrade it too much, like because it's after some point reload skill doesn't really, well, accuracy, yeah, you can upgrade it, but reload skill that stops working at some point because it gets capped by like the type of weapon that they carry, like if it's a breech loading rifle or something else, or if it's depending on the reload animation as well for unit. But definitely you don't want level 9 infantry the marine, that's for sure, and not with that much reload because it's wasted. For this black bear 150 range, oh, it's actually a black bear 150 range, no. Oh, and again, rank 7 marine, it's not what you want to see. It's rank 5 or rank 6. As for this black bear, it's rank 9 with 1. Rank 9? What? Oh, he has the Neil Fire thing. This isn't good. At least if you get level 9, at least give it increased range, because giving it Neil Fire is like such a gimmicky ability. Like you really want the range instead of the Neil Fire, but still quite funny to see it. Anyway, what else does he have? So again, his general's bodyguard here, normal stuff. But those were his elite units. He has, besides that, what does he have? 1 black bear, rank 1, suppression fire on it, on his left flank. An Imperial Infantry rank 1 here. Oh, it seems to have, what kind of upgrade does it have? I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe he has speed upgrades on it, I don't know. But oh, huge mistake here by Frosslund, moving up with his infantry to marine and getting shot to pieces here. I don't know why he would do that against 2 marines. This is a huge blunder by Frosslund there. And for the rest of his forces, we have, let's see, Imperial Guard Infantry, rank 4. Wow, that's crazy as well, because he has too many elites at this point. And Bokachi, rank 8. This is again crazy. Spear Levy and Spear Levy again. And true, not Revolver Cav, but Imperial Guard Cav, rank 9. He didn't even give increased range upgrades and carbine cavalry. Very, very strange build here by Frostlund, and as you can see, like, I think he lost based on the build he brought. Not only that, but he's engaging this very, very awkwardly. But Clio is gonna start. He needs to send in his Yari keys in. Okay, he's gonna go with the revolvers frontally because he knows that the black bears actually fired their volleys, but this is still not how you want to use revolvers though. You want to go around, but I guess it's not really gonna end up mattering. He has 2 revolvers, they're gonna kill that black bear without a problem. And already the game looks not so good for Frostlund. He's about to lose basically almost all of his lines. And oh, his general needs to be pulled out of here, otherwise he's just gonna get shot. Oh, his general's gonna die. There's no question about it. Frostlund's general is going to be off the field.
Sir, your general has sustained a
So,
terrible injury.
I would call game already, but let's give Frostlund the benefit of the doubt and see if he can somehow manage a comeback here. But I don't see the Bokachi doing much here, I'm sure. Fun unit to bring, but I don't think it's a competitive unit to bring at all. Maybe in some specific situations, but why not bring Boki instead, right? It's more mobile and basically fits the same role, I would say. Flaming shots into US Marines. Weird stuff. Anyway, Spear Levy's coming in here against the US Marines.
A unit is running from the battlefield, sir.
US Marines are off the field. They're dead. It's not really gonna make a difference here, though, is it? There's just way too many lines on the field for Clio, and but Clio isn't supporting his lines properly, so this one Imperial Guard Infantry might actually beat the Infantry Marine. And look, it's actually 129 in the unit. I didn't notice that. Oh, what is this unit doing? The Frostlund Marines doing awkward things and getting charged by Yariki. That is bad for Frosslund as well. But he's getting a good engagement here with this Imperial Guard infantry. This Imperial Guard infantry definitely got cost effective, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. Klio doing some strange things here, sending Yariki to their doom, because it's gonna be... Actually, it's not revolver cap, so it's not that bad, but still. I mean, Frosslund definitely misplaying this. And look at these Marines. Weird formation. They are very ineffective right now, but at least with this blob, they won't die as quickly to cavalry, right? But it's not gonna matter. Look at this. Frosslund's Bokachi actually getting like 40 kills. They're gonna start firing at these red bears, and wow, they're starting to get the kills. The Bokachis! Bokachis! Yay, Bokachis! Starting to fire. He's actually moving them forward. Oh no! Oh no, they're gonna get shot. They're gonna get shot, and they're gonna get charged by cavalry. Oh, massive cavalry charge. Poor bows. Now he's gonna shoot his own cavalry in the back. Wow. Seems like Klio doesn't really care about his cavalry. But basically this is game, and now Frosslund is gonna be out of the tournament. So this was quite a one-sided match. Like, let's be honest, Klio definitely deserves the 3-0 here that he got against Frosslund. You can see that he is a better player, and he's much more solid, brings better builds overall, and plays better tactically, I would say. So definitely deserving the victory here. Let's look at the statistics first, though. Before we end this video, because again, it was, yeah, I just don't see those builds that Frosslund brought working. They're just very, very odd. So you can see Frosslund getting very, very few kills compared to Klio. Look at all the kills on his units. This infantry, the marine, and revolver cav just beasting it up. In general, again, Frosslund just, I'm not sure what he's trying to do with his builds, to be honest. I don't see how they would work. But anyway, that's it. So if you guys enjoyed, if you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video. I'll see you next time.